check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh,
Just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At their own 20-yard line.
Great. Yeah. Hey, let's go.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Look at this tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big play.
Here's Hurts to throw. We'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see five wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. To throw is Milton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now Milton. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3. At the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Cut that team. Get it. Cowboy 80. 19 Lions.
To throw, it's Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Milton. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Throwing is Milton.
It's complete to Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Here's Milton now to throw.
Finding Williams once more, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. They're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From
from the 20. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come up with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Milton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he comes back with one complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. They'll drop the throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 8. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Hey, 73, trimmer. Motion, team. Do on left.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Dragon 60. Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles.
Off the play fake. Milton. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. Right? It's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but now before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Ready? Buffalo 18.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on third down, Milton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Viking 18, go!
Looking to throw. Milton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Ready up!
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Ready! Ready!
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Gain of 14 yards. That's good for our Eagles. First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Back to throw. Milton. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the jump.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
McPherson's kick is good.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40.
Hold the ready. Here we go. Here we go. Press all 80. 19, 18, pioneer.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 2nd and 7.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Milton.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Warrior 70.
Looking to throw. Milton.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll just get rid of it.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On for the field goal. A 63-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
26-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw here. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
65 catch, 65.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Milton. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On to Gibbs. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle there was DJ Turner. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Bronco 80, 79 Broncos.
To throw, it's Milton. And that is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From left side is complete on the diving effort. He got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
18, 5 in. Come on. Hit. 40, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing is Milton. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Get it. Ready.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal, less than 2-yard line.
Barkley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit,
and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to secure it. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't, but you do have a pretty good idea of what